We are working on Word Multi-Project 3. Currently, we're working on the Reforestation project. The first thing we need to do is to apply the heading 1 style to 5 steps, the text. And if you're not careful, you will select these 5 things, apply the heading 1 style, and get this question wrong. But all we need to do is select the 5 steps. We'll go ahead and click heading 1. And we've completed that step. We'll click Mark Completed. The next thing we're going to do is create a new citation for a website. We need to go to the References tab here at the top, and we're going to go ahead and click Manage Sources. Now you could do Insert Add Citation, but it's actually going to insert something into your document, so it's safe because we're not actually placing it anywhere to create it from the Manage Sources. We're going to click New. It is a website. Now the USDA Forest Service is actually the corporate author, so we'll go ahead and type that. Make sure you have all the capitalization here and you spell these words correctly. We're going to go ahead and put the name of the website as this, when it has a mouthful. And finally, we need to add the URL here. Make sure you add the HTTP and all of the correct symbols and punctuations, because if you don't, it will mark you wrong. Click OK. We'll click Close. We'll click Mark Completed. We need to go to this image right here, and what we're going to do is actually right-click it, or you can be on the References and click Insert Caption, but I'm going to right-click here, click Insert Caption. Now this one's a little bit tricky because you need a space, dash space, hodad. We want to make sure that the position is below, like it asks for. We're going to click OK. Now from here we're going to select the outside of this box, and you can do this from here or from up here, but we need to change the text wrapping settings to square, and it's that first left one. If you can't see it, I encourage you to go up here to the format where you have the text wrap up here. We'll click Mark Completed. And then finally, we're going to go ahead and insert a continuous cycle, and it's calling it a diagram, but it's actually Smart Art. We'll click Smart Art here, and it is a cycle, and I believe it's this one. If you're not sure, make sure you hover over it before you select it. Make sure you're selecting the correct thing. We'll click OK. We're going to change the height to 3 inches high, so if you're not careful, this is not what you want selected. You actually want the outside edge of this so that you're not changing the size of an individual element within the Smart Art. You want the whole Smart Art diagram to change at once. So we'll click that, we'll click Size, and the height is going to be 3, and the width will say 6. Then it's going to have us change the colored outline. That's going to be on the Design tab, and again, we have this object selected, so we have special tools at the top. So we're on the Design tab. We're going to change the colors to Accent 2 Outline. Make sure, if you're not sure, again, hover. Don't guess, hover. Make sure you're selecting the right things. And then finally, we're going to cut these steps right here, and we're actually going to place it into our Smart Art. Now I'm going to use Control X, but of course you have these options up here. And then I'm going to open this up. I'm actually going to just put my cursor there. I'm going to do Control V to paste, or you could select this. Now if you're not careful, you have all these extra text boxes here. We're just going to go ahead and delete these out, and all I'm hitting is backspace on my keyboard on that line, and notice they're removed. Once you're done with that, go ahead and click Mark Completed.